The internet is on fire tonight, and the drama is bigger than anything we've seen before. Picture this: a secret wedding nobody saw coming, a furious mother ready to tear down the walls, and a man caught in the middle of a storm that could destroy everything he's built. Yes, you heard that right. Chrissy Lampkin's shocking marriage bombshell has been exposed. And Mama Jones has officially exploded in a way fans never imagined. Viewers are calling it the most savage betrayal in hip-hop. Relationship history. While Chrissy was planning her quiet, secret wedding behind closed doors, Mama Jones got word, and her response wasn't just emotionally, was nuclear. We're talking leaked voicemails, screaming matches caught on camera, and fans dissecting every frame of footage like detectives hunting for proof. And the one person who can't handle the pressure? Jim Jones. Sources claim he's been spotted pacing the streets at night, breaking down in cars, and even begging friends for advice on how to stop the chaos before it's too late. But here's the real question. Is Chrissy truly done with Jim? Or is this just the ultimate revenge play to break his mother once and for all? The betrayals are stacking, the lies are unraveling, and the footage is leaking faster than anyone can contain. By the end of this story, you'll question everything you thought you knew about Jim, Chrissy, and Mama Jones. Stay locked in, because this is only the beginning. When the whispers first started, nobody believed them. Fans brushed it off as another messy rumor cooked up by gossip blogs desperate for clicks. But then the screenshots dropped. Grainy at first, but clear enough to send shockwaves across every social feed. A woman in a white dress, champagne in hand, standing next to a man who was definitely not Jim Jones. The angle was tilted, the lighting dim, but the internet moved at lightning speed, identifying Chrissy Lampkin in mere minutes. And just like that, the whispers became a firestorm. Chrissy had a secret wedding. Mama Jones found out the same way the rest of us did, through the chaos of social media. And let me tell you, the explosion wasn't quiet, it wasn't controlled. It was raw, it was fiery, and it was brutal. An IG Live that instantly racked up 500,000 views. Mama Jones appeared unfiltered, pacing her living room with rage boiling over. Her words cut like knives. Chrissy Lampkin, you think you can play my son like this? You think you can? Humiliate this family over my dead body? That wedding ain't real, and if it is, it won't last a week. The live was screenshotted, clipped, remixed, and before she even ended her rant. The hashtags #MamaJones, #ChrissyWedding, and #JimJones were already trending worldwide. But the real twist came minutes later when an alleged voicemail leaked, supposedly. Mama Jones leaving a furious message on Chrissy's phone. The audio was chilling. Her voice cracked with fury as she shouted, "You will not disgrace me. You will not disgrace my son. I raised him better than to be made a fool. Whoever this man is, he's about to find out what happens when you cross." Mama Jones. Within hours, the audio had gone viral, sparking endless debates. Was it real? Was it staged? Fans didn't care. They were hooked. Meanwhile, Jim Jones was nowhere to be seen. Not a word, not a post, not a single sign of life. Paparazzi claimed he was holed up in a New Jersey mansion, avoiding cameras at all costs. But insiders whispered a darker truth. According to one anonymous source close to Jim, he had been completely broken since the news broke. He's not eating, he's not sleeping, he's just pacing. He keeps saying, "Why would Chrissy do this to me? Why now?" It's like he doesn't even recognize the world anymore. And while Jim crumbled in silence, Chrissy added fuel to the fire with a cryptic post. A single photo on Instagram, a pair of wedding rings resting on silk sheets, captioned, "New beginnings, old chapters closed." The post racked up over 2 million likes within hours, with fans flooding the comments. Some congratulated her, others dragged her for betraying Jim. And a third group demanded to know who the mystery groom was. But Chrissy didn't reply. She didn't need to. Her silence was louder than any response. Mama Jones, however, wasn't silent. She doubled down. In a Facebook rant dripping with venom, she declared, "Blood may be thicker than water, but loyalty is thicker than both. Chrissy was never loyal. She used my son. She used this family, and she thinks she can walk away clean. No, not on my watch." Fans screenshot her entire post and shared it like wildfire, turning it into a digital manifesto against Chrissy. But then came the footage that broke the internet. TMZ released grainy video from a Miami nightclub, filmed just a week earlier. It showed Jim Jones storming out of the club, Chrissy following closely behind him, screaming something that was drowned out by the music. Then, out of nowhere, Mama Jones appeared, pulling Jim back and shoving Chrissy aside. The clip was less than 20 seconds long, but it painted a picture of a family on the edge of collapse. Theories spread like wildfire. Had Jim already known about the wedding? Was that fight the real breaking point? Twitter turned into a battlefield. Fans lined up on both sides, hashtag Team Chrissy and hashtag Team Mama Jones. Some argued Chrissy had every right to move on, that Jim had strung her along for years, without commitment. Others said Chrissy was wrong for betraying a man who had stood by her through thick and thin. And then there were those who simply lived for the drama, making memes, remixing the leaked audio, and speculating about who the mysterious groom could be, adding another layer of chaos. An anonymous insider account on X claimed to have receipts. They tweeted a blurry photo of a wedding invitation with Chrissy's name printed clearly. And next to hers on, unfamiliar man named Kevin. The account teased, "Kevin is not who he seems." Chrissy just made the biggest mistake of her life. Within minutes, Kevin's name was trending, though nobody knew who he really was. Some claimed he was a businessman from LA. Others insisted he was tied to shady dealings. The mystery only deepened the scandal. As the night wore on, Jim Jones finally broke his silence, but not with words. A video surfaced of him in his car, blasting sad music, wiping his face with his sleeve. He didn't speak, he didn't explain. He just sat there with pain etched across his features. Fans flooded the comments with heartbreak emojis and pleas for him to stay strong. "Jim, don't let her break you," one fan wrote. "You deserve better." But others were less sympathetic, reminding him that he had dragged his feet for years when it came to marrying Chrissy. "Play stupid games, win stupid prizes." One comment read, "And just when the storm seemed like it couldn't get any wilder, another shocking twist hit the timeline. A leaked text exchange allegedly between Chrissy and a close friend. In the messages, Chrissy allegedly admitted, "I'm tired of waiting for Jim to choose me. I had to choose myself. Kevin is giving me what Jim never would: commitment." Whether real or fake, the texts lit the internet ablaze. Screenshots spread like wildfire, with fans analyzing every word, debating whether they matched Chrissy's writing style, accusing her of orchestrating her own betrayal. By dawn, the internet was exhausted but addicted. Mama Jones was trending, Chrissy was trending, Jim Jones was trending. And Kevin, whoever he was, had become the most mysterious man in America. One thing was clear. This wasn't just another celebrity spat. This was a full-blown family war, spilling out into the public like gasoline on fire, and just when fans thought they had seen it all, another leak promised to turn the story completely upside down. A voice memo, allegedly recorded during a private dinner, hinted at something far darker than betrayal. But that's where the cliffhanger hits, because the contents of that recording were too explosive to drop all at once. The so-called dinner recording didn't just leak, it detonated. The audio surfaced on a small gossip blog at 3 a.m., but by sunrise was plastered everywhere from Shade Room to Twitter threads with millions of views. In the muffled clip, you could hear clinking glasses, soft background music, and then a familiar female voice, allegedly Chrissy, whispering, Jim was never going to marry me. I had to outsmart him. Kevin offered me stability, money, and respect. Jim offered me promises. The table gasped. Another voice, possibly one of Chrissy's girlfriends, asked, "But what about Mama Jones? Do you know she'll come for you?" And Chrissy's voice came back, cold as ice. "Let her. She can't touch me anymore. I'm done being the fool in their family drama." The recording was only 37 seconds long, but it turned Chrissy from victim to villain in the public eye. Fans who had defended her during the secret wedding reveal instantly flipped. Hashtags like hashtag Chrissy played herself and hashtag Team Jim exploded. The narrative had shifted, and then, out of nowhere, Mama Jones pulled out her phone and played another clip, one she claimed was sent to her anonymously. It was a voicemail from Jim, slurred and broken. "Ma, I can't take this anymore. She embarrassed me." "She embarrassed you? I feel like I've lost everything. I don't even know how to go on." Fans were horrified. Was Jim spiraling into depression? Was Mama Jones exploiting his pain by putting it out in public? The internet tore itself apart trying to decide. Meanwhile, Chrissy broke her silence. On Instagram stories, she posted a black screen with white text. "When women put themselves first, the world calls it betrayal. But when men waste 15 years of your life, they call it love." Think about that. The post was shared tens of thousands of times, with some fans rallying behind her message of empowerment, but others weren't buying it, accusing her of hiding behind feminism while playing two men at once. Then came the nuclear bomb. Photos surfaced of Chrissy and Kevin vacationing in Tulum dated 2 months before the alleged wedding. The images showed Chrissy laughing in a bikini, sipping cocktails with Kevin by her side. His hand was on her waist in one shot, kissing her cheek in another. The captions claimed they had been low-key for months, but clearly they weren't that low-key. Twitter exploded. So Chrissy was cheating while Jim was still in the picture. One fan wrote. Another added, "All those years we thought Jim was the problem, and turns out Chrissy had a backup plan the whole time." The betrayal narrative only deepened. And Jim's name was dragged through the mud as people accused Chrissy of emotionally manipulating him for years. But the chaos didn't stop there. An alleged text chain between Jim and Kevin leaked next, rocking the internet even harder. In the screenshots, Jim supposedly texted, "You knew she was with me. You knew our history, and you still went behind my back? You think you're a man? You're a clown." Kevin allegedly replied, "History doesn't equal future. She chose me. Be mad at yourself for wasting her time, not me for giving her what she deserves." If those texts were real, they proved Kevin wasn't just a side character, he was actively taunting Jim. Fans immediately began dragging Kevin online, calling him an opportunist and a clout chaser. Memes of Kevin holding Chrissy's hand with captions like, "Mr. Steele, yo fiance" flooded timelines. Meanwhile, Jim Jones finally reappeared in public, but it wasn't the comeback fans expected. TMZ cameras caught him stumbling out of a studio, visibly drunk, muttering under his breath. One paparazzo asked about Chrissy, and Jim snapped, "I don't want to hear her name. Oh, she dead to me. Dead." The clip went viral instantly, showing just how unhinged the situation had become. Chrissy, on the other hand, doubled down on her narrative. She sat down for an interview with a lifestyle blog, looking flawless in full glam, sipping champagne. With a smirk, she said, "People act like I owe Jim something. I gave him 15 years. 15. At what point am I allowed to move on? At what point does my happiness matter?" The interviewer asked about Kevin, and Chrissy's smile widened. "Kevin loves me. Kevin sees me, Jim." "Well, Jim saw me as a placeholder. I'm nobody's placeholder anymore." The interview reignited the war online. Half the internet declared Chrissy a queen for taking control of her life. The other half accused her of cold-hearted betrayal. Even celebrities weighed in. Cardi B tweeted, "Ladies, know your worth, but don't play with people's hearts. That karma is real." Meanwhile, 50 Cent chimed in with his usual trolling, posting a meme of Jim Jones crying with the caption, Shoulda married her. Stupid. The drama was now bigger than ever, mainstream, viral, and unstoppable. But here's where things got truly explosive. A leaked court document surfaced showing that Chrissy had allegedly filed paperwork for legal separation months ago. If true, it meant she had already planned her exit long before the secret wedding rumors even hit the internet. Fans went wild, accusing her of running a long con against Jim. Some speculated Kevin had money, connections, maybe even dirt on Chrissy that forced her hand. Others believed she was simply done waiting for Jim to commit. And just when the storm couldn't get any wilder, Mama Jones delivered the dagger. She claimed to have received yet another recording, this one of Kevin himself, Kay, allegedly bragging to a friend. Chrissy doesn't love me. She just knows I can provide stability. She's tired of Jim's drama, so she's sticking with me. But if she thinks I'm blind, she's wrong. No, she still loves Jim. The recording, if real, painted Kevin as manipulative, Chrissy as calculating, and Jim as the tragic victim in a love triangle gone horribly wrong. Fans couldn't process it fast enough. Was Kevin playing Chrissy the same way she played Jim? Was she about to lose everything she thought she gained? As the internet lit up with fury, memes, and speculation, Jim Jones finally broke his silence again, this time on his own IG Live. With tears streaming down his face, his voice breaking, said, "I don't care about Kevin. I don't care about the money. What hurts is that I gave Chrissy my soul, and she gave it to someone else. Y'all don't know what it feels like to be humiliated like this? To have the whole world laughing at your pain?" The live ended abruptly as Jim's phone cut out, but the damage was done. Fans were left in tears, in shock, and in rage. And yet, as always with this saga, another leak was waiting around the corner, this time promising to expose Kevin's real motives for marrying Chrissy. And that's where the cliffhanger struck again. The whispers claimed the truth wasn't just messy, it was criminal. The whispers weren't rumors anymore, they were warnings. By sunrise, a shocking new leak hit the blogs. And this time, it wasn't just messy gossip, it was paperwork. Grainy screenshots of bank transfers, contracts, and a mysterious LLC with Chrissy's name attached appeared across Twitter threads like wildfire. The captions screamed, "Kevin's not in love. He's running a play. And Chrissy is the pawn." According to the alleged documents, Kevin wasn't just a rebound fiancé. He was a businessman knee-deep in shady deals. Insiders claimed he had been under quiet investigation for money laundering and fraud. And marrying Chrissy wasn't about romance, it was about protection. The idea was chilling. Kevin needed a shield, and Chrissy's name and fame were the perfect camouflage. Fans were stunned. Had Chrissy gone from victim to villain, to victim again, all in the span of weeks? But the real explosion came when an anonymous Twitter account dropped a voice memo, supposedly Kevin on a phone call with a friend. His voice was smug, confident, dripping with arrogance. "She thinks she's in control. She thinks I love her. Nah, bro, it's my ticket. The wedding makes me untouchable. Once the paperwork's locked, she can't back out if she tries. But I've got dirt on her too. Jim was weak. I'm not." The internet froze. If this recording was real, Chrissy wasn't the mastermind she was being played. Suddenly, sympathy shifted again. Fans who had dragged her for weeks began rallying around her. Chrissy got conned became the new narrative. Hashtags like #FreeChrissy and #Kevin the Scammer trended overnight. And Mama Jones, she pounced. She went live AGAIN, this time practically screaming into the camera. "Didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I warn Chrissy? I begged her not to do this. Now look, she thought she was outsmarting Jim, but she got played like a fool. And you know what? I don't feel sorry for her. If you make your bed, you lie in it." The comments exploded with fans debating. Some praised Mama Jones for speaking her truth. Others accused her of gloating over another woman's pain. But either way, her words cut deep hand. Chrissy heard them. Because just hours later, paparazzi caught Chrissy leaving a lawyer's office in tears, clutching paperwork in her hands. The footage went viral instantly. A TMZ reporter shouted, "Chrissy, is it true Kevin scammed you? Are you leaving him?" Chrissy didn't answer. She kept her head down, tears rolling down her face as she got into her car. That silence said everything fans needed to know. Meanwhile, Jim Jones returned to Instagram with a chilling post. It was a black and white photo of him sitting alone in the studio, looking broken, with the caption, "The truth always come out. I tried to protect her even from herself, but now the world sees." Fans flooded the comments with prayers, but also theories. Some wondered if Jim had known about Kevin's scams all along. Others believed he was quietly celebrating that Chrissy's betrayal had backfired, and then came the confrontation. Gossip outlets reported that Jim and Kevin allegedly ran into each other outside a popular New York lounge. Witnesses claimed it almost turned violent. Jim supposedly shouted, "You played her, you played me, you played everybody." Kevin allegedly smirked back, "You were never man enough to keep her. I just did what you couldn't." Security had to step in, dragging both men away before fists flew. The clip, blurry but explosive, hit social media like gasoline on an open flame. Chrissy, meanwhile, broke her silence in the most dramatic way possible. She went live on Instagram, face swollen from crying, voice trembling. For the first time, she admitted she had been blindsided. "I thought Kevin loved me. I thought I was finally choosing myself, but I see now I was being used. I was wrong to turn my back on Jim. I was wrong to ignore Mama. I should have listened. I let my pain make me vulnerable. And now I'm paying the price." The internet erupted. Fans were moved to tears, finally seeing Chrissy vulnerable and honest. Others dragged her again, saying it was too little too late. But the most shocking moment came at the end of her live. With a shaky breath, she whispered, "Jim, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I'll always love you." Then she ended the stream. That single sentence changed everything. Fans immediately began shipping Jim and Chrissy again, flooding Twitter with pleas for them to reunite. She finally admitted it. One fan wrote, another posted, "This is the real love story. Forget Kevin, Team Jim forever." But Jim didn't respond, not directly. Instead, he posted a cryptic message to his story. "Apologies don't erase betrayal." The heartbreak in those words left fans questioning if reconciliation was even possible. And then, like clockwork, Kevin struck back. He posted a photo of himself on a yacht, champagne in hand, with the caption, "Don't hate the player, hate the game." The audacity enraged fans. Within minutes, his comments were flooded with snake emojis, clown memes, and death threats. But Kevin didn't flinch. He doubled down, going live to boast, "Y'all mad at me? For what? For winning." Chrissy knew what this was. She ain't no angel. Jim ain't no saint. Don't put this all on me. The backlash was immediate. Within 24 hours, Kevin's business partners allegedly pulled out of deals. A luxury brand he endorsed scrubbed his face from their campaign. Fans organized boycotts, promising to cancel Kevin forever. Behind the scenes, though, insiders claimed Chrissy had already filed for annulment, trying desperately to untangle herself from Kevin before it was too late. Rumors swirled that Kevin was refusing to sign, threatening to leak even more dirt. If Chrissy walked away, the tension was unbearable, like a ticking time bomb. But the final twist no one saw coming. Mama Jones herself reached out to Chrissy. According to insiders, Mama texted her late one night, "You're still family. Let's fix this before it's too late." The irony was surreal. The same woman who cursed Chrissy publicly was now offering her a lifeline. Fans are convinced this saga is far from over. Will Chrissy crawl back to Jim? Will Jim forgive her? Or will he let the betrayal define them forever? Will Kevin release another bombshell out of spite? Or will he disappear now that the world has turned against him? Streets are buzzing, the blogs are on fire, and one thing is certain: this isn't just reality TV drama anymore. This is a real-life war of love, betrayal, and survival that has the entire industry holding its breath. And as the cameras keep rolling, the cliffhanger lingers. Is this the downfall of Chrissy Lampkin or the start of her redemption? And there, you have it. The betrayal, the breakdown, the secrets, and the scams that shook Chrissy Lampkin, Jim Jones, and Mama Jones to their core. But let me make one thing crystal clear: this story isn't over. If Kevin really has more dirt locked away, if Jim decides to clap back harder, or if Chrissy makes the unthinkable move of crawling back into Jim's arms, the next chapter is going to blow everything we've seen so far right out of the water. So here's the truth. You cannot afford to miss what's coming. Imagine waking up tomorrow and everyone on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok is talking about the next tape, the next leak, the next meltdown, and you're left behind because you didn't lock in with us. Don't let that happen. This is the kind of story that rewrites the whole culture. And if you're not watching it unfold in real time, you're not really in the conversation. Right now, hit that like button to show you're riding with us. Drop a commentar. You team Jim, team Chrissy, or do you think Kevin is about to flip the entire script again? And most importantly, smash that subscribe button with notifications on. 'Cause when the next bomb drops, you'll want to be first in line, not last in line. Stay locked, 'cause what's coming next might be darker, wilder, and even more shocking than anything you've seen yet.